feminist woman is a woman who supports the idea that all people, regardless of gender, should have equal rights and opportunities. Feminists work to achieve gender equality in law and in practice. Are you listening to that? You're listening? So, what do feminists believe? They believe that women have been historically confined to stereotypical roles. That's true. Women should have the same rights as men. Women should be able to make their own choices and live their lives without discrimination. And women should be able to participate fully in society. Which I think means if they want to talk about their experience living with an abusive woman or abusive man, whatever, in this case it's an abusive woman, they have every right to speak up about it. So shall we just look and see what this feminist did when she found out that Beck was finally speaking out about what happened in her relationship with Amberlynn Reid. She was very, very mad on this live stream that she did. Very mad at Becky for speaking about her relationship that she kept referring to as a fake relationship. Why was it fake? Anyway, she then went on to dispute just about everything that Becky said about her memories and her words of explanation about what actually happened within her relationship. So let's have a listen, shall we?
You know, can I just say that one of the things that's been really galling?
What's been really galling? What is it? Come on, little Miss Feminist, tell us all about it.
Is that, hey, Mindy, one of the things that's been super galling about this entire sad episode is this reactor, these reactors pretending that Becky is some kind of a star.
Has anyone actually said that? Have they? Has anyone said Becky is a star? I think there have been people that have congratulated her in having the strength to finally leave that relationship, that toxic relationship. But okay, you go on.
You know, that Becky is, that Becky is like someone that they ever had any respect for or admired, because I was around back then and
Oh, really? So what you're saying is nobody respected her? Nobody respected the fact that she was obviously stuck in this relationship where she was just like the nursemaid to morbidly obese Amberlynn Reid. But nobody respected the fact that she was there mopping up after her, wiping her ass, doing everything for this abusive, obese woman. But nobody respected her. Okay.
I remember that the overall impression of Becky was not favorable. But you fast forward a few years, they break up. Becky decides that she's going to start a YouTube channel, and all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh my God, poor Becky, what a victim."
So this sounds as if this feminist doesn't see Bex as a victim at all. Well, that's interesting. Can we please remember what a feminist is? Can we? Aren't you meant to be like lifting up other women? No? Okay, weird. Absolutely weird what you're saying to somebody who's actually giving her inside story about what happened in that relationship. And she even had the nerve, guys, to entitle this video Girl World's Eeyore is back. Okay, feminist.
Oh, Becky, we all need to support her. Why are we supporting her? What?
We're supporting her because she's managed to escape from an abusive relationship. That's why people are supporting her. Maybe you wouldn't understand that. I mean, yeah, because do we need to look at your relationship? Do we?
Amy,
No, my name's Jan.
you there?
Looking good today. Anyway, I don't know why I've gone off here. We want to look at her relationship because she's like having a go or putting her own thoughts onto somebody else's relationship. So let's just see if we can find out a little bit about her relationship.
We're going to do it for money on OnlyFans, and I hope that you will subscribe to it.
It's hard to believe that a so-called feminist would find herself with somebody like this. Well done. You did so well to bag yourself somebody like this. Him, and I can only refer to him as being a racist, slimy, uneducated, misogynistic piece of shit. That's what I think he is. If you've got anything to add to that, you're perfectly welcome to do. But first, let's just hear what he had to say.
Wait one back. So that will be tomorrow. Why don't you guys go ahead and start sending letters to the mayor's office, letting them know that their public event that is for people in the public, that people who are journalists and whatnot could cover, that Mino Negs is doing something that everybody else is allowed to do, but I shouldn't be allowed to because you look at me as everybody's nigger. You do.
Did you hear that? So let's hear what else little Miss Know-It-All has to say about somebody else's relationship.
You were with her 24 hours a day. Come on now. Let's go. And you know what? Let me say this. I totally agree with you. I totally agree that Amberlynn is a horrible partner.
Right, well, then we should stop there then, really, shouldn't we? Why are we sticking our nose even further into somebody else's business? Especially when you're a feminist? I mean, why would you? Anyway, go on, you carry on.
At least she was back then. I don't know what happened between her and Tommy. I don't know what happened between her and Jade, although I imagine that what happened with Jade was bad, and Jade said that's enough, and she decided, fuck you, I'm getting out. All right. And Jade is the only ex of Amberlynn's that I respect.
Oh, really? So why is that? Why is she the only one? Interesting.
Because she got out, she vanished, she went back to her normal life. Nobody tormented her. None of this drama, no corresponding with these channels, no DM drop.
Okay, so you're saying, regardless of the fact that Beck was actually a victim in this case, you feel that she's in the wrong and she deserves to be called names like Eeyore and have a whole live stream dedicated to her, because she's decided she wants to speak out on it. You think that Jade is better than her because Jade didn't speak on it? Very interesting.
No YouTube channel, no nothing. She was like, fuck this. I can't take it anymore. This is not what I signed up for. I had no idea of what I was getting into. I thought that I could change her. Evidently, she's...
Oh my God, woman, move on. Get to the point.
Room all day, and there were a million excuses for why they didn't get out and about and go and do fun stuff. Although when they played that mini golf, whatever, but that was a very...
Oh, move on. Jeez Louise.
She really thinks that she is very empathetic.
I went 1.53 miles. Congratulations, Amberlynn, 2013. You impressed.
You know what I've noticed?
No, what have you noticed?
That the most narcissistic and self-centered and egotistical people will come on this platform and loudly proclaim that they're an empath. This is consistent. I've seen it over and over again. Amberlynn is not the only one, trust me.
See, people were actually really rooting for her at one point, and even it seemed like he genuinely was, and that's just, she became a train wreck, and I feel like she felt it was more important to be a train wreck for views. I mean, she knows if she loses weight, she's going to lose those views.
Why are you opening your hand? What are you waiting for? A history chicken?
It's funny, when I first listened to this, when I was doing the research for this video, I lost count of the amount of times that DC would say, we know that, Becky. We know that, Bex. We know that. No, you don't know. You don't know. You live in a cornfield in the middle of Indiana. How do you know?
Yeah, that was a sore subject for her. The reason it was a sore subject for her because, they
exactly, Lucille,
and she couldn't grasp her head around the fact that she just, she was always the common factor in her relationships ending, even friendships, like all the time.
No kidding.
And, when people cut her off, she never seemed to understand why. So Crystal did cut Amber off, and she just, it was just a very touchy subject for her after that. It's just, and you mentioned of Crystal, it wasn't good.
That's when I got the phone call that my grandma said I can't live with her anymore. Because you're an absolute nightmare of a woman.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Her grandma didn't want her living there because, everybody knows how hard Amber is to live with. And I mean, her and her grandma just didn't get along. They had a fight before Amber left. And yeah, her grandma was like, you can't move back. Which her grandma, kind of was a mess herself. But, that's a whole different story. It's not for me to speak on. But,
well, there's another thing too, Gata.
Oh, Lord. Sorry, guys. This is really painful. I'm going to have to do a bit of editing here just to make this interesting. I can't find the bits that I meant to timestamp. But anyway, I think you can understand the point I'm trying to make here is, why would a feminist come online to attack another female who was abused in a relationship? That doesn't make sense to me. Why?
I can't actually remember if I did unsubscribe or if I just told her I unsubscribed.
That is so embarrassing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being in a relationship with someone and they're like, oh my God, this person made me so mad on YouTube. I know you're a total fan, but...
Okay, so Becky just said, that she's upset because
Hmm.
she used to be a fan of him.
I'm going to apologise if you felt a certain type of way. And if you feel like watching this video is going to send you on a downward spiral, then I wouldn't want you to watch it. But if you watch for like 10 more seconds, you would see that I am encouraging, I am disappointed in who you are now, because it's not who you were in the beginning. And that's why people don't fucking like you. It's nothing to do with the fact that you're super morbidly obese. It's due to the fact that you are
A bad person is exactly what it is. And I've told her that in the past. I'm like, dude, it's not your weight. It's because of the kind of stuff you do and say to people.
You know what? I think that this is such a horseshit argument too. Name me one YouTuber that you watch who is exactly the same now as they were when they first started.
Oh, you've set me a challenge. Hang on a minute.
I am here by popular demand. I have been known to frequent kiwi farms. I read the farms on occasion. And there's been this request that I read these bitches for filth. And I was holding off, but then I thought, you know what? Why not? So this stream goes out to It's Pink Lava. Anyway, good one. Where is it? I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't talk about people looking like lizards or having eyes on the side of their head. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? Really?
Well, isn't that great? Isn't that great? A feminist putting down yet another female. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? It's insane to me that not only is she Little Miss Know-It-All, Little Miss Bossy Boots, she puts women down constantly. So which part of I'm a feminist do you think you're a feminist? I mean, I don't think you're reading it right. I really don't think you're reading it right. All you seem to do is put women down, and to come for Becky the way you did is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The woman was abused in her relationship, and all you've done is knock her for speaking out on it. What do you think that says to other victims? Think about it. So I think somebody who is always saying that they're a feminist should actually be reading about the terms of a feminist. What describes a feminist and what also describes cyber feminism and networked feminism, the fourth wave feminism. It's the term cyber feminism is used to describe the work of feminists interested in theorizing, critiquing, and making use of the internet, cyberspace, and new media technologies. Would you say, Clara, that that is what you are doing when you are attacking a female victim speaking out about her abusive relationship? That's question one. Question two is, are you aware that there have been many extraordinary women who have played an important role in local or world history? Are you aware of that? Would you class yourself as one of these women? Interesting. I wouldn't. And just in case, you just need a reminder of how and what you could be doing as a feminist. Maybe have a look at Mr. Google. He's always there, you know. He tells you what feminists believe, what they do. And I've read it. And at no point has it said attack victims of crime online. Strange that, isn't it? Okay, I cannot listen to that garbage anymore. All I can say is, never mind her stating that she's a feminist and, oh, she supports this cause and she supports that cause. To put out something so damaging and so heartless onto YouTube about a woman, we have to bear in mind this is a woman who was in an abusive relationship. Whether you think it's fake or not is regardless. She was in an abusive relationship and should be applauded for speaking out against it, or speaking out about what actually happened. And to have some nasty, vindictive old woman on YouTube insulting her, not only for her morals, but also for the fact that she does artwork, or she does this, or she does that. Who is this woman to speak like this on another woman? I tell you what, if that's what a feminist is, I'm glad I'm not one. Okay, so I'm heading out now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot of editing to do, but it was something that I felt quite strongly about, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it and learning a little bit about the nastiness that, that some people hide behind certain labels they give themselves. So if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, and possibly subscribing to my video, I'd really like that. That'd be good. Anyway, in the meantime, you take care of yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.